Getting ready for a big event, there's lots of pressure, especially for your wedding day.
You have that coming up, or
yes.
giving birth. Those are big milestones when you want to suck it in. And while some women turn to waist trainers to snap back into shape, there are some major health risks. Dr. Tony Heiser joining us this morning to talk more about it. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Before we get into all the reasons why you shouldn't, let's talk about some of the benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have a big event, whatever that is, coming up, and you want some confidence, wearing some type of waist compression is not a big deal. I think it can give you some extra confidence in that event, and I'm all for that.
So there's a difference between something that you're going to wear underneath your clothes, is like shapewear, and also corsets or those waist trainers.
Yeah, when you say waist training, it's over a period of time, so it's not a single event that you're going to.
You're
really trying to do it on all the time, at least 8 hours a day is what a lot of the sites recommend if you're going to do this. That's a long time to keep something that tight-fitting on your midsection.
Sure, and what happens when you're doing that over that time period?
So let me talk about the benefits first. One, we talked about it can give you confidence if you want to look good right before an event. I think that can be really helpful. It can provide motivation to make sure that you can look that way all the time. Also, if you compress, just like if you wear like tight jeans, you're going to feel more full. You're not going to want to eat as much. So those are some benefits to wearing it. Now here comes the negatives. There are some negatives to it. We know that bone's not going to move a lot.
Right.
The soft tissue will. So it doesn't get rid of fat. It just pushes it around.
Ooh.
So not only does it push the fat around, it can push the organs around.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I know. So here's the tough part.
Extreme cases, even hearing about broken ribs.
You can in extreme cases.
Very extreme.
They've not done a lot of studies on this, but here's what they have done. They have taken some MRIs of people when they're wearing these waist trainers.
Oh no, this is going to be gross.
They can actually see physical impressions on the organs, like it's compression, when they wear them. So one thing you have to look at is you're not going to be able to breathe as well.
Yikes.
So there's pressure in your lungs. Okay. The stomach gets pushed up. If all your organs come in, the stomach goes up. You get that heartburn because the stomach acid gets closer
Yikes.
to the esophagus.
Yeah.
So there are some concerns with it doing it long term.
Would you feel that happening, like if you were damaging your internal organs, or would it just kind of happen without you knowing?
You're not going to typically notice that right away when you first do it. It's going to be a cumulative effect in most cases.
Okay.
And we just don't really have the research to say long-term benefits or concerns with it. But when they do the imaging with them, you can see it actually does put pressure on it.
What do you recommend for someone that's like, I want to snap back into shape and maybe waist training isn't the best way to do it? Are there other ways to get that look that you're going for?
Well, there's nothing to substitute of healthy eating and good exercise. That's still the best. There are programs you can get on, and once again, if it's like a post-baby, I'm all for those supports, but not for trying to change to the hourglass figure.
So the idea that this is actually going to sculpt your body into that figure, is that not true?
Well, you have to understand, if it's a support, it's not making your muscles work. So
temporary.
You actually could be weakening your core muscles as well.
Interesting. Maybe doing damage in the long run.
It's just not going to help strengthen, that's for sure.
Huh. Okay, Dr. Tony, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Good
You got
tip.
it.
I know we were playing around in the newsroom yesterday with one of those corsets. How did that feel?
It's going to be a Zeller Zilch for weddings, and so we had to put this corset on. I think this is exactly kind of like the waist trainer, where it's really, really tight.
Yep.
And actually, this is more for women than men, but like a one-piece bathing suit, you know how you put it on and it is. It gives you support. It feels kind of good, but I guess if it's going to do damage,
one-time event, I think it's okay.
Right.
Long-term,
Under
maybe
the wedding
not.
dress, maybe.
Yes.